All the praises, honor, and glory to you.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
I want to give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us His truth and who teach the correct doctrine of the Scriptures. And we want to give a sincere shalom to the elect out there, teaching His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, and we're getting close to the summer. It's a little rainy out today, but generally it's been, the summer waves have been hitting, and I was looking through social media the other day, and there was people were recapping, with this George Floyd anniversary today, people were recapping what was going on, and that was during the last election season in 2020. I believe it was 2020 when that whole George Floyd thing happened, and there was riots all over the country, man. And then you had the Jacob Blake situation, because what politicians do is they always save their big cards for the election season, okay? And we may see that again this summer, man, because the brother Gavar's been posting in our group chat about, well, hey, it's a national emergency now about possible water treatment hacks and security breaches and things like that, man. And then you have the whole migrant situation, where that might be towards the breaking point, and all these things are in place to where all it's going to take is one event, and a bunch of sides are going to all come together and start fighting each other, man. Okay, you see that here in America, man. Like the division, get that in fact, I'll get that in Matthew. The division in this country is crazy, man. Where is it? I get it. Matthew 12 and 25.
Many last and showed even more.
Yeah.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 25. It says, "And Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand."
Now, when you read Isaiah, the 14th chapter, it talks about Lucifer, okay, where it mentions that he did make the nations weak, okay, because that's the plan of the elites, to make the nations weak so that he can have them all come under this one umbrella of world government, so that there's no superpower pushing anybody around. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to weaken America right now. And the way that the elites are coordinating this destruction of America, okay, which really it's the Lord controlling the minds of the elites. We know that. But still, the way that they're coordinating it is by dividing it. This media machine, they can't agree on nothing. They're always pitting two different opinions against each other. You look at what happened, what was it with the Kansas City Chiefs player, Harrison Butker. All he was doing was telling women to be more homely. Okay?
Oh yeah, I seen that,
I
seen that, but I didn't know what he said. That's what he said?
Yeah, he's basically encouraging women to be wives and,
Yeah. Traditional.
Yeah, to be more traditional, because I guess he's like they call him a Bible. They were calling him a Bible humper. They were acting like this guy is deplorable. That's what the comments saying. He's deplorable. He needs to be arrested. Oh, he's horrible. Everybody who agrees with this guy is crazy, right? So you see all this division going on, and now you got this election coming up where Trump has so much support now, they're not going to be able to sell a Biden win. And then here this guy Trump is saying that his first day in office, he's going to enact a whole bunch of executive orders, man, and basically make himself a dictator. Okay? So we see America being divided, man. Because all that chaos they're gonna bring about an order out of chaos. Okay? But to do that, they need to divide and weaken this nation. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
It says, "And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?"
Right. How can his kingdom stand when you have half the nation that believes in one polar opposite direction, and half the nation that wants to be led in a completely opposite direction. You know, like you look at the Senate votes, right? It's always 51 to 49, which, you know, a lot of that is set up and choreographed like that. But still, it goes to show you where the mindset of the nation is. You know, total division, man. And if a nation can't move forward, eventually it's just going to crumble. Okay, especially with powers like China and Russia breathing down America's neck. Okay, you want to bring that out in a second? Yeah, you can bring out Jeremiah first.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verses 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
Right, we need to have our minds separated from this place, man. You know, when we see all this shit going on, okay, we need to remind ourselves, okay, our mind is not supposed to be all caught up in this shit, getting all emotional, you know, having our, following this movement, following that movement, believing this, believing that. Okay, these are all actions that are part of the movie. Okay, that we're seeing unfold. Go ahead.
It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Because I mean, you look at what these people are rallying for. They're rallying for abortion rights and all kinds of stupid shit.
And how for her, take balm for her, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Right, she is not healed, man. Okay, you look at the American dollar. It goes in cycles. It gets weaker, right? And then they raise interest rates, and then it goes up a little bit, and then they lower rates, and it gets weaker, and it's just an off and on cycle, man. Well, they're at the point where they can't kick the can down the road no more. The Fed even said that they don't know how to handle this inflation. They're saying if they keep jacking rates up, it's going to lead to a depression.
Yeah.
And if they lower rates, the inflation's going to explode all over again.
And they're already $1 trillion in debt. So
31 trillion dollars in debt right now. we all owe the government like $1 million fucking dollars.
So somebody don't know what they're doing.
It says
when you look at nations that are in great debt like that, they set up these things called debt prisons, where people that are in a lot of debt have to work away as slaves in these prisons. And it's going to happen here, man.
It says, forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even unto the skies.
Right, and that judgment is going to be by way of nuclear missiles. That's going to be the extreme judgment. Before those missiles come, this place got to break apart, man. You Americans got to fucking suffer. Your moral compasses are all messed up, man. You know, because you know, even you know, if you're watching you know, international news and all that, everybody hates this place, bro. Nobody has a good opinion about the people here, man. Internationally, all they do around the world is make fun of Americans. They're known for being fat and lazy and easily manipulated and stupid.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what they are. So this place can't be healed, man. The scriptures say that which is crooked cannot be made straight. This place is like so crooked, I don't even know how it could get more crooked.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you that Slovakia. They'll tell you that it's the greatest place on the planet. It's the greatest country on the planet. But really internally it's the most wicked. Because like Yash said it, the moral compass is so low. You know? Even from the foods that we eat, the chemicals that are put in the foods are banned in other countries.
Yeah.
They won't even put that shit in their foods, but over here in America, they're constantly dumbing us down. They're dumbing you down, so you get all the chemicals in the foods, and even the so-called good shit is even the so-called good shit is bad shit.
Dr. Berg did a video comparing the pasta from Europe to the pasta from America. They use a completely different wheat germ and over there in Europe, and it doesn't bother their stomach. But you go to America, right? America has the most stomach problems than anybody in the world because our food is so processed that it eats away at your stomach lining, man. And it messes all your systems all up.
And they say whenever you eat something, it's only supposed to do two things. It's supposed to fight disease or create disease.
Yep.
That's it. So every time you put something in your mouth, that's the only two things that it's gonna do to your body. That it's gonna do to your body.
And another thing that Americans don't do is, in America, breakfast is huge here. Now I've been watching a lot of international videos lately, and overseas, hardly anybody eats breakfast. People's first meal of the day is usually lunch. Okay? Which there's a lot of research coming out that just that extra little few hour fast is really good for you, man. But Americans, they're addicted to everything, man. They gotta constantly stuff their face. They gotta constantly have a cigarette in their mouth. They gotta have a beer when they get out of work every fucking single day. You don't need that shit every single day, man. Okay?
They stressed out slaves.
Well, hey, I mean, I'll give them that. The Americans
Not the
are
cigarette
stressed
part.
out.
You might need a drink, though.
Yeah. But you don't need to do it every day.
No, not every day.
But
No.
like that's really all these Egyptians do is smoke a cigarette all day.
And I feel
as far as the foods, they crave it because they putting drugs in it. So they're addicted to it. They're addicted to the foods because they putting all them drugs in it. Food is a drug.
There was a study that came out earlier this week that found out that French fries, deep fried French fries, are actually worse for you than cigarettes.
Wow.
Because the oil that they use in the fast food joints now is just garbage, man. Nothing we consume is real. But that's why this place needs to be destroyed, man. Because in the kingdom of heaven, everything's going to be wholesome. Everything's going to be replenished. Everything's going to be regenerated.
Go ahead.
You want to keep going or you want to go second?
Where'd you leave
No, it's
off?
that 10.
No, we'll go to 2nd Ezra 15. Yeah, we're gonna go into 2nd Ezra 15, man, because that whole chapter is really.
Let me read this in Isaiah first. I'm gonna read 12 on down to 17. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down, which didst weaken to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?"
Hey, man, if you would have, if we would have known this truth back in the 90s, we would have thought this society was fucking invincible. But now it's like everybody can see that the West is failing.
It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High."
And that's why the Esau Edom, he has this this bubble in his head where he acts like his word is the word of the Most High. You got to believe his science. Okay, you got to believe his direction for society. You can't hate on the Momo people.
Right.
You got to tolerate this. You got to tolerate that. You got to deal with this. You got to deal with that. You got to deal with these fucking women, man. I seen that video that Elder Manata Zakba made from South Carolina, where this chick deleted that this dude's NBA 2K account was worth like $400,000 because she said that he wasn't spending enough time with her. But now he's broke, and she's gonna say that he's broke, and that's why she's gonna leave him. These bitches.
Yep.
But that just goes to show you how messed up this shit is, man.
Y'all seen a video similar to that where this girl came in the house and deleted this dude's gaming shit, and he was like a famous gamer, and she deleted it. He lost mad money. Because a lot of these dudes that's streaming on these gaming sites, they're making millions of dollars. That's what T-Pain said. The singer T-Pain, he said, "Why would I put out an album when he just streams? They pay him to play video games. Every time he gets on the game, it's like 60,000 he makes because he gets so many viewers and he streams so much. So now these dudes are finding different. You could be a millionaire by gaming, just by gaming in this society.
Just by gaming.
It says, yep. And really, that's folly. Yeah, that's folly.
But at the same time, it goes both ways because the scriptures talk about defrauding someone's wages like that. You ain't just supposed to try and get somebody fired from their job, even if, you may not agree with what they do for a profession. It's wicked.
It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
This is what a lot of those weaker nations are saying about America right now. Because those leaders, they're up there in age, man. Those world leaders, and they've seen America's downfall throughout the decades, man. And they're probably foaming at the mouth right now because they know that this is their chance when they can bring down this giant. Okay, and when you read the history, that's exactly what happened with the Roman Empire. All the so-called barbarian tribes, seeing that Rome was getting weak, and they all started attacking it at the same time, whether it was financially, through attacking its infrastructure, through organizing slave revolts and things like that.
And all these great kingdoms fell, man. Brother Gabar sent the video the other day, and it was this Edomite talking, and he was saying he was just going through the different kingdoms of the history of the world, and they all fell. And the Edomite was basically saying we're living in a time that we're going to see the fall of the American empire. And it's going to be epic. I mean, we already know it's biblical because it's already written. The fall of this empire is already biblical. Just like when you read the scriptures, the fall of the Babylonians, the fall of the Egyptians, the fall of the Medo-Persian Empire, the fall of the Greek Empire. That's all biblical. The fall of the Roman Empire, and this is an extension of the Roman Empire, and which is Babylon the Great, and it's already written how it's gonna go down. It's already set in stone.
It's already done.
You know? Yeah. So
it's what do they call it? It's in motion.
Yeah.
Processes.
Oh yeah, it's in motion. Yeah, that's Jake's new slang anyway.
Like you go to do something with your bank account or buy something expensive online. It'll say it's processing.
Yep.
America's got 1 to 7 business days left.
Yep. Not literally, but we get it.
Yeah, you don't figure your speech.
Yeah. You gotta watch because there's demons out there. You know?
Yeah, I know.
It says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. That was it on that.
Right, open not the house of his prisoners, man.
But yeah, we literally have, and that's why we say prophecy is a gift, because we literally have the cheat code or the blueprint that the Lord blessed us with, which is to understand the fall of this empire, which is going to ultimately lead to salvation in the kingdom of heaven being established. You know? So go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verses 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
And they're written throughout the book, the prophecies, man. The Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament. You know? And they link and reference each other. So your people saying that the Bible's all full of fairy tales and shit. All these prophecies, like different sections of the Bible were written at different time periods, man. And they all link together like a big mystery, man. And
also it wasn't given to them to understand. So they're going to have particular opinions on the Holy Scriptures. They're going to, they're going to shit on the Scriptures, because they weren't given the understanding. Now, if they were given the understanding and they were able to see, they wouldn't have that mindset.
Right.
You know, but they're not spiritually minded. They're carnally minded.
The Lord blinded him. He said that he would put gross darkness to people.
Yep.
And if the Bible was a fairy tale, then Esau wouldn't be trying to ban it.
Yep, ban it, or he wouldn't. Everything he does goes against the scriptures, which is why his society is the way it is. Like something as simple as saying the kicker for the Chiefs, Harrison Butker, something as simple as him saying that women should be more feminine, more homely. Is that the word he used?
Yeah, something like that.
You know, they should basically they should play their roles more.
Right.
Which the role of a woman in the household is beautiful. It's a beautiful role and it's needed, right? We not no one's ever said that we don't need women, but women are at their best when they're playing their role.
Right.
It's like a point guard. When the point guard is running the team is at his best. But when the point guard want to take all the fucking shots and he ain't setting up the offense, the team fucked up.
Right.
You know, your job is to run the offense. That's like a woman. You running the household, you know? And the man is like the GM of the team. He making all the decisions.
Imagine if an NFL team didn't have equipment managers or medical professionals on the team. That's what the women are, man. They're meant to help with the enterprise. And here in this society, they're taught to come against the enterprise and to bicker with it every step of the way, man.
Well, you made because we're making examples of how, you know, a woman could a role could be. You said equipment managers and shit. Well, this NBA playoffs, remember that series, the Denver Nuggets? They had to warm up in flip-flops because they fucking put the equipment on the wrong bus or some shit like that.
Everybody lost that game.
You know? And they did end up losing the game. So that role on that team is important.
It is.
You know?
Because something like that, it affects the players mentally.
They ain't used to warming up in flip-flops.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you could talk to your body.
You got all that pressure from the big game. Probably been traveling all night, sleeping at uncomfortable ass hotels because you're not used to the beds and shit.
But the Lord created a woman to be a helpmate.
A helpmate.
A support.
Yep.
So.
And in the kingdom of heaven, you know, the woman is she's gonna play her role. She's gonna be beautiful at it. You know.
You got the females on the front line.
Yep.
This is
studs. Studs on the front.
Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Now, is that a definition of the average American woman? Absolutely not.
Hell no. Polar opposite.
That's why Lenny Kravitz remade that one song, American Woman. He said, American woman, stay away from me. He probably went overseas and got him a nice, humble Elamite woman or something.
Yeah, they got this one show that I've been seeing online where the dude comes out and you got these women with these fucking balloons and he'll come out and say what he does for a living and, you know, and if the woman don't like him, they pop the balloon. You know, and they'll be like, well, why'd you pop the balloon? And they'll give their opinions on it. But them fucking buckethead hoes, they don't know what a man is, man. You know, one dude said he's going to school, he's getting his CDL, he about to run his own business, and all the women pop their balloons.
Yeah.
And the dude was doing good for herself. And the dude was like, why you pop the balloon? She's like, oh, I don't like his jeans.
Or they might say because he got glasses or something.
Yeah, some dumb shit.
Some superficial shit.
And all you women, you gonna need a man in that day, man.
You're going to be looking stupid.
You know? Stupid assholes, man. Go ahead.
It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right. It seems like everywhere you go, man, people are just hating this book. Or they're twisting it. You know? Either or. They're either hating on it or they're twisting it, man. Okay? Those people, we can't let them trouble our minds, man, because really we're in the super minority, the elect, man. We're a small remnant. Okay? That means that you're going to have a lot more hate coming in your direction that you got to absorb. Okay? You got to absorb that negative energy, man. You got to turn it into positive energy.
Yeah, this says this world was created for many, but the world to come for a few.
Right. To
So
keep your hope up.
So only a few gonna trust in the true words of the book.
A little sanctuary.
Right.
It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine, death, and destruction, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth."
And that's all we see. That's all we see. Everywhere we go, we see wickedness. Everybody's conversation is wickedness. And when you speak a little bit of righteousness, everybody's saying something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And it's got to be cleansed and done away with. And the way to clean it and do away with it isn't to sit in a church and clap your hands and go up to some serial killer and say, "Sir, just accept the blood of Jesus." That's not how you do it, man.
Right.
That's how the average Christian would have you.
That's why it be spirits created for vengeance in the church.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, "Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which they profanely commit."
Yeah, they profanely commit that wickedness, man. You know, they actually boast in it. The biggest thing amongst our people is boasting in adultery. It's in the music.
That's a huge one.
You know, it's in the music. It's in all the hip hop music. It's even in the R&B music too. And a lot of songs that we used to sing, like the older songs back in the day, them shits was filled with adultery. Once you come to understand it, you like, damn, they was talking about adultery in this shit.
Yeah, because it's such a program, and you might get, you just caught, you're
Yep.
young, just get caught up, until you really actually mature and realize and grow up. Like, yo, I wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Yeah, the souls of the just complain continually. The scriptures tell us to sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So by us preaching and prophesying, this is actually a form of us sighing and crying to the Lord to take this place down. Because like the scriptures say, Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And that's us too. We're vexed. You know, we want salvation. Go ahead.
And therefore
got
saith
it.
the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I would not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Well, hey, you can look at Jake now, man. He's totally led astray. You know,
Definitely.
the 2/3 are definitely led astray, man. Like, they have no conviction on anything. They like we've been bringing out. They have no moral compass. They're just follow whatever trend, man. Like just like the scriptures say, like every wind of doctrine.
Carry about
Except
in
these
the throat.
satanic philosophies are all different doctrines.
Spreading the fables.
It says, I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Look at what's going on in the Midwest right now. They got they said over the past 48 hours there's like mad cicadas coming out the fucking
Oh, I didn't even see that.
ground, man.
And it said smite Egypt with plagues as before, which proves that this is the new Egypt.
Yep.
This is the new Egypt.
Right.
And the Lord is going to hit this.
Like this. And then the earth.
And the same and a lot of those same plagues are repeating themselves, man. You know, like I was mentioning with the cicadas, man. You know, and they're saying that mosquitoes are going to start multiplying. All right, with all this shit going on, you know, a lot of these cities are getting run down, and there's lots of insects and shit. So don't be surprised if those gnats come back. You know.
Go ahead.
It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn.
They that till the ground shall mourn. The farmers are going through a lot of shit right now, man. The soil's all messed up. Okay, you got corporations bullying the small guys. You got all kinds of regulations telling them they got to spray their crops with 80 different fucking things. You know?
Killing the damn fruits and vegetables, man.
Cattle, that's a global famine is coming.
But they'll say they gotta spray that shit because the bugs will eat it.
The different bird flus and all that shit, man. And now they're saying that there's what is it? There's a virus going around that affects oranges and bananas or something like that. So now there's viruses and plagues hitting the fruits and vegetables, the crops.
Thailand, Vlad made.
Yeah, we don't know, you know.
It says, woe, meaning destruction to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people should stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
And that's the scripture I was thinking of when we first opened up and we were discussing the election coming up, man.
A civil war.
Yeah, because ain't nobody gonna believe a Biden win this time. And then you have the Biden supporters that are really hardcore, that have the backing of the current establishment. Don't think that they won't be allowed to riot all over again. You know? That's the thing, you know, they'll set that shit up. If they really don't want Trump in office, or if it's the ultimate bait and switch where they'll get Trump in there and he'll declare martial law. You know?
Yeah, because the things are gonna be geared up to further the kingdom to come.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so once this next president is elected, whether it's Biden or Trump, whoever, because those are the two primaries, things are getting ready to speed up, man.
Yeah,
you know,
the gloves are gonna come off.
If I'm hoping it's Trump, because that's gonna cause a lot of division. It's gonna cause more division. And Jake is so caught up in Trump don't like black people. I mean, who gives a fuck? Edomites don't like Israelites. How about that? You know, you use your heads, man. Jake is so basic and they get caught up in the stupid shit. That's why when all hell breaks loose, Jake ain't gonna know what to do. You know? Because all they care about is somebody not liking a black person. First of all, don't none of the nations like us. You worried about one dude, Trump? Don't no nation like you, nigga. All the nations are your enemies.
Even a lot of your own people are your fucking enemies.
Even your own people. You got niggas that hate you more than Trump. But you worried about Donald Trump getting elected. You're small-minded, man.
You had that one
Destroyed for lack of knowledge.
I think he was like a trauma surgeon, like he deals with people with gunshot wounds. He said he's had something like 700 young black men come through, and he's been like a surgeon for like 20 years or something. Slacky brothers, we'll move the camera.
Yeah, that feels 20 times better.
He said he was like a neurosurgeon for like 25 years or something, or a trauma surgeon. He said he's had over 700 young black men come through with gunshot wounds, and he said every single one of them was shot by another young black man. So
Curses.
It's the curses, yeah.
That I shall be evil towards thy brother, man.
Yep.
All covenanting each other's shit.
But our people won't read. Just go ahead and read that, dude. Deuteronomy 28. But our people won't even read that.
It says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Well, and we can think of when this is going to happen. That's going to happen when the food trucks stop, man. Ain't nobody going to care. All that invading one another, everybody's going to be looking out for numero uno and their little ones. And people will go to extreme measures, okay, especially if they have children.
Going back to what I said, food is a drug. You know, in this society, food is a drug. Esau's going to use that against you. He takes the food away, he knows that people are going to turn into monsters. And they're going to start to delete each other.
And that's what he wants. He wants a great population reduction.
Because you already divided now.
Yep.
And then with food not there?
Yeah, oh man, it's over.
Man.
Because that's the one comfort that you Americans have been given this whole time. Even with the rising food prices, you still eat pretty decently compared to most people in the world.
Because in America you can get food in 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes. You don't have to really wait for any food to be prepared, so they don't have any patience. You can go to all these fast food restaurants and get food like that. You ain't gotta wait. That's why when you go sit down at a restaurant with a nigga, he be mad because his food ain't coming out fast enough. Well, good food takes time.
And not even only the food, but when there ain't no tobacco leaves.
Yeah.
When you can't roll your blunt or get a cigarette, these people will be tripping.
They don't trip.
Like, it was a lady, she should work at my store, and she basically was kind of snapping on me because she ain't smoking a cigarette. I'm on security. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me, with like the cashiers and stuff. Like,
Yeah, she needed that damn fix.
She get mad at me. I'm like, damn, I ain't do nothing to you.
That's a major crutch, man. Having
demons,
bad habits
man.
like that
Yeah,
when
demons.
this shit goes down.
Over a cigarette. She said she couldn't smoke one on. She turning red. Her voice is cracking. I'm like, damn.
I've worked at places where the other workers damn near had a damn revolt over not getting a cigarette break, man. Like, that shit had that much.
Yeah, that
God
shit
damn, it
real.
ain't heroin or crack. Is it really that addictive?
Yes,
Hell yeah, that nicotine, man. Go ahead. Continue on.
nicotine.
You be smoking crack, it ain't that.
It says a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Oh man, that just reminds me of this whole. I mean, think about this. Like, I was seeing this shit where they had hundreds of thousands of migrants just sitting in the middle of New York City. What if the food trucks stop?
That's a lot of people.
And
out
they go
there,
crazy.
man. Ooh.
What if the residents go crazy and start attacking them? Who knows?
Chaos.
Who knows?
Man.
But we know it's going to happen eventually because the Lord seems like he's got his eyes. I mean, the scriptures say that he's got his eyes set on the sinful kingdom, but we know that the true capital of this nation is New York City. Whether it's whether its label is Washington D.C. or not, it's really New York City, man. And New York City's been the Lord's had his eyes set on that specific city. It seems like these past couple years, man. He's really destroyed New York. I remember when the apostles used to teach in New York City, man. It'd be a sea of people everywhere, man. People bumping into them when they're teaching, walking by them.
It was like a whole different world. Like,
Yeah, and now it's just nothing.
Ever since the pandemic died everything down, a place like that hasn't been the same.
It used to be called the city that never sleeps, and
Now
now it's, whatever. Now it's just a big city.
it's like a zombie. It's like me a zombie land.
Look at cities like San Francisco. Okay, San Francisco used to be musicians used to make songs about how amazing San Francisco was. It was like living in Disney World, man. Like living in paradise. And now it's just a bunch of homeless bums shitting behind abandoned buildings, man. The whole city. I know somebody who was there recently. The whole city smells like shit. There's homeless people everywhere. There's feces everywhere. People are robbing each other.
Rats.
You could steal up to $1,000 from somebody and not go to jail.
Cops not gonna be able to save people. So,
Yes, that's another thing that people rely on. They claim that they hate the police, but they're the first ones to call them.
I mean, you really rely on all these services, the food, the workers, like it really like everything, like your whole way of surviving, to the smallest thing. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Well, the scriptures talk about the love of many shall wax cold, and people are less empathetic towards their fellow man than they've ever been.
Yeah.
Okay, and especially during that time when there's lots of chaos, confusion, like the scriptures say, lack of bread. I mean, I was just thinking about this. I was thinking, I came home from work one night and I felt all scummy and nasty and shit, and I was like, man, what if the water just stopped?
Yeah, I was thinking that
You
too
know?
before, yeah.
Imagine you're dirty and you go a few days without washing, man, and
Yup.
you feel that it's all getting up and
It's just a nasty early
Ugh.
feeling that day, especially don't let it be humid and
then you start
Ugh.
chafing and shit.
yeah, it changes your whole mood, your energy. You don't want to talk to nobody all like that.
And then people are gonna be hungry on top of that, feeling all nasty.
Yup, just gonna be hungry, thirsty, annoyed, emotional.
This is Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Okay? And it's talking about the appointed months or the appointed days to for this society to continue on, man. And it's getting near the end of that clock. And the Lord is letting us know that this devil's reached his limit. He's reached his boundary, man. And it's time to go down, man.
Yeah, and the draft. I mean, it's draft talks.
Yeah,
It's coming soon.
there's draft talks. You know, they're
Well, gonna
sending
need
more
they
money
gonna
to
need all the
Ukraine.
bodies they could get. War is gonna be epic.
And it works out to the plan, right? They want to depopulate the earth. They're going to feminize all these American males. And those American males, they're not going to last a fucking day in the Middle East, man. We know that. We know people, how these Americans are. They're way too soft to go fight in the Valley of Jehoshaphat.
No, they'd be like, well, there's nothing I can do. I can't add to the war. Or I'm not capable of fighting. But
I mean, I worked with a dude who recently got out the military. They offered him like a really good position, and he said, "Hell no, I ain't re-signing," because he said that he don't trust the people in the military. He said these people get you killed, man. They're incompetent. They're soft. They're like a bunch of little children.
It's gonna be a whole lot of friendly fire.
Mm-hmm. They're letting all kinds of momos out. They're putting women in all kinds of senior positions.
It says, "Behold, saith Yahweh, I will cause together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanonus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, saith the Lord God. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my
Ooh.
sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the
Because
earth."
it's going to be a great judgment. The Lord is not going to spare anybody who's against him. All right? All the sinners of my people shall what? Die by the sword. Okay? So everybody that has that wicked-like behavior, that wicked mindset, they're all going to be destroyed. You know? Go ahead.
It says, "The fire is going forth from his wrath, and hath consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power, defile not my sanctuary."
Yeah, he said, what would he say? Like a straw that's been kindled? Is that what it says?
It says, the fire is going forth from his wrath, and had consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled.
Ooh, like the straw that is kindled, man. Like when you light the like when you start a fire, and you got the stuff on the bottom or the top. Put like maybe some old grass and some leaves and stuff just to get the fire to catch. And then when it kindles, it spreads everywhere. That's how these sinners are gonna be. They're just gonna be mowed down, man. Okay, they're just gonna be mowed down during the time of martial law, when people are starving, and they put that C-hip right in your face. And it's gonna happen soon, man. This C-hip they just have passed an Ethereum ETF, okay, equity tradable fund, and they passed it on an Illuminati sacrifice day, May 23rd. And there was a bunch of different, somebody was going through all the celebrities that died on May 23rd, man. A whole bunch of them died.
Well, this past May 23rd.
Yeah, and that's when they passed the ETF, man.
And
So they're moving digitally.
we already right. It's funny to be June already.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It says, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
Well, hey, speaking about the CHIP again, you got Kennedy on the campaign trail saying that he wants to put the entire American budget on a blockchain, so they'll be able to track everything. He said, you ain't gonna be able to spend $9,000 on a hammer. You'll be able to track where they bought the hammer, how much they paid for it, who paid for it, where the money went after that. So they're getting ready for this digital transition, you know, because all these nations are making CBDCs now, and if they're not making them, they're at least researching them.
Yeah, like what was that? China, where like it's like a certain place that where you have to have like a type of
Yeah, social credit system.
you have to have type of
Social credit.
Yeah,
Basically, the more that you toe the line, the more that you're a good little servant to the government system. Okay, the more social credit you get. So basically, if you got the jab 5 times, you're gonna be a fucking millionaire.
it's all the righteous decrees.
Even though you ain't gonna live long to.
Right. Perfect guinea pig.
Yep, perfect guinea pig. They see you without a mask in public, you lose your, you know. They take a few dollars out.
It says, for now are the plagues come upon the earth, the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, should not deliver you because ye have sinned against him.
Right, so the Lord is only going to deliver His elect, man. You know that's the message we've been pushing since we came in the truth. Okay, Christianity pushes something else, man. They act like anybody can just jump up in there, oh, love Jesus, and they get beamed up,
Right.
or they get raptured or whatever the fuck they say.
It's just,
It ain't that simple.
It's not realistic.
No, it's not. Anything else?
Yeah, we'll get that 2 Peter 3:10.
I ain't too long-winded today, man. That work kicked my ass. Short-winded today, brothers.
This is 2 Peter 3:9. The Lord is not slack concerning His promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Now we know what that's talking about, but before that, it described how all should come to repentance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, amongst Israel, of course. All right, before the elements are gonna melt with fervent heat, right? You gotta repent. You know, you have to be washed with this word, and you have to be retaught. That's another thing. When you come into this truth, you gotta regurgitate all that bullshit that you was taught before, because it's not gonna mix. You know, you can't mix the truth with the bullshit that you've been taught. So you gotta get that up out your system. Because once you get this truth, it's gonna keep flowing. It's gonna keep flowing. You're gonna keep learning and learning. So you can't bring in that Christianity, none of that bullshit with you. Go ahead.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah, in other words, you get right. Okay? Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be? So you got to get right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in all holy conversation and godliness. Because whether you like it or not, the missiles are going to fly. Okay? It's just that's going to be the grand finale. You know, there's going to be other events that the Lord has set up that's going to delete people and take them out. but the missiles are just the grand finale. You know, that's what's gonna cause the last Trump. And those missiles are gonna be when Yahweh Shai and the angels return, because he's gonna have to deliver his elect. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, and that, and that's a cut to Christians. Who did he give his promise to?
Romans 9. The Israelites.
Look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent. Well, it's important to note that this is going to be a new heavens and a new earth. So, for there to be a new earth, what has to happen to the old earth?
Pass away.
Right. It's got to be remodeled, cleansed.
Yeah. Because the Lord said he's going to shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, because fire is a cleansing agent. So the kingdom of heaven is going to be on the same earth you see us standing in. It's going to be under new ownership. Okay? What did Yahweh Shai say? Heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. All right? So his kingdom is going to be established right here. Go ahead.
Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless, and account that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation. Okay, so we need to arm ourselves with that long suffering mindset, man. Okay? Because we all thought that the Lord was coming the year we came in the truth, or the year after.
Yeah, I told my mom she might not see me again. I went to New York with the apostles and elders.
That's real.
I was like, hey, it's about to be over, man. You might not see me again. You know, but there was a lot of more work to be done. There's still work to be done.
Well,
You know,
there's
the reason why we're doing this is because, hey, we still in the elect and making it to the kingdom. Got to
Yeah.
make it to the kingdom.
every few years, it seems like when you see in this truth, you have a whole bunch of guys fall out, and then a new crop comes in. That's like a new generation. Okay, just like the apostles, when they were back in the old school, they were the new generation. And then when they went on YouTube, we became the new generation. And then there was another crop in, like, what was it, 2013, 2014, something like that. And now that
brothers
it's
are constantly coming in.
It's kind of like, a tree, it's something that growed in like all the roots and the dead.
That's
plants.
exactly what it is, like a tree.
so those roles that the apostles played when we first came in, we have to play some of those roles now.
Yeah, because a lot of you newer brothers that's coming in, you really ain't got the time that we had when we came in the truth. You know, we came in back in 2009, 2010. You know,
Everything
we
was slow.
yeah, we had time to learn. You know, we had a little more time to learn than y'all new brothers that's coming in now. Y'all got to kind of get it on the fly. You know, we used to have to wait a couple of days for the videos to even upload.
Yep.
Now you just go live and it's uploaded the same day or the next day. And that the word is going out faster.
And the news moves so fast now, man. Oh my goodness. Back when we came in, man,
Technology, internet faster.
you got a news
Yeah.
story, it was still valid 5 days later. Now it's like, it's irrelevant the next day.
Yep.
Even just like how many years ago y'all had to record it and then upload it.
Yep, yep. Even before live stream, man, we had to record
Edit
it,
it.
and code it, edit it, you know?
Yeah, we had a camcorder at one point.
Yep.
Had the camcorders.
But really, this technology really ain't nothing compared to the heavens,
Well, hey, the scriptures talk about knowledge shall be increased. You know, the Lord made it so that the technology increased, and He made it a lot easier to just put the stuff up. You know?
Get Psalms 19 real quick. That's a good preset. I think you can start at the top.
We ain't like IUIC, you know. IUIC,
Oh, they done, man.
those guys gotta have the fucking Super Bowl intro every video.
Yeah, they cooked.
I guess we're gonna rot in hell for not having a Super Bowl intro. This is Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showed His handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Meaning what? Around the clock. day unto
Yeah.
day, night unto night.
Yeah.
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
There you go. There you go. The four corners of the earth. You got the prophets literally set up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you could watch brothers from every country. Every
And-
country where there's a camp. You know, even on like today is a Saturday, where most of us go out. If you go through the YouTube feed, there's brothers in other countries, brothers in different parts of the earth, brothers in different states. The word is literally just going out.
And when we came in, it was pretty much, actually before we came in, I should say, before the apostles were on YouTube,
It was pretty much the states.
yeah, it was pretty much just the Northeast mostly. You know, you might have had a few camps here and there, you know, we really don't know. But when they went on YouTube, that's when it just spread from one end of the country to another. And then the UK camps started forming,
Yeah.
camps in the UK.
Let me read this precept real quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verses 14. And it says, "And this gospel of the kingdom should be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
Boom.
And that goes to show you that Israelites are scattered throughout the whole world.
What
That's
what-
Matthew 24.
Con. That's a good one. I should have known that, Matthew 24. I probably read that chapter more than any other chapter.
Yeah.
But anyways, back in Psalm 19. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world.
And their words to the end of the world.
Mm.
And our line is going out throughout all the earth. That's the unicorn. That's the power of the internet. You know, which the Most High gave Esau this technology. So imagine what this technology is. It's decent. You know, it's all
Kernel.
right.
It's
Yeah.
good for kernel technology.
It's good. It's straight. But when the Lord gives us that power, man, hey, you're gonna really see you're gonna really see the power of the Most High, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he gave Esau he gave him some nice things, but you know, it's like a kid on Christmas. Like his gifts was decent, right? But he ain't get what the favorite son got.
Yeah.
Right, because
You know?
at the heart of Esau is in his spirit is wickedness, man. He's not using. He could use this technology to improve the earth, if
Right.
you know, but it's not in his spirit. He's got to use it to. He's got to use it to deceive people, man.
Yeah. He's using it to his advantage. He's doing his job, right? Cause he can't do right. It's impossible for him to do right. He's the vessel of dishonor. So even if he tries to do right, what's that scripture where it says in Isaiah?
If you do good, you do it on
Yeah, even though
There's another one that basically says he can't do
favor shown.
righteousness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
favor
that
shown
one.
unto the wicked.
Let
even
favor be shown unto the wicked.
Right.
Yet he will not learn righteousness.
Mm-hmm. And was it Isaiah 29:16? Turning of things upside down. That's what he does. That's all he
Yeah.
knows how to do is turn everything upside down.
Like he just can't get it.
Yeah, if anybody's blessing was to rule the earth or live by the sword, they ain't good for nothing. they ain't meant to do good.
Like everything under his rulership is tarnished. It's tarnished, man. You know, the most peaceful part of my day is waking up and I hear the birds.
Right.
Like,
It's like
'cause
music.
there's a lot of birds by my house, man.
Natural
Like,
music.
that's like, you know, that to me that feels like that's a righteous thing to hear that, you know. But this nigga want to wake you up with an alarm clock.
You were given a great gift, man. You were given the fatness of the earth, man. You were given rulership over the earth, and you went and you took that beautiful gift and you totally just ruined it, man. You totally just ruined it. But hey, when we're, you know, Lord willing, when we're in the kingdom, we'll see all these examples, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna be the new light bearers, and we're gonna see things that these devils didn't. We're gonna be able to see things that these devils did in secret that's never reached
Yeah.
social media.
Social media, there's things that he's done that
That's crazy.
we don't even know about.
Some dark,
Mhm.
dark.
The rabbit hole is deep. This nigga trying to go into different portals and shit. He's taking it to another level. But he's the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's doing his job. Hey, we respect it. He's doing his job.
Hey, they want to worship a goat with a penis and tits,
Yeah, Baphomet.
an androgynous goat. Unbelievable.
Got one couple more verses, or that was it?
Yeah, one or two more. Their line has gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Well, let me see if there's more. Oh yeah, that was basically it, man. The circuit, okay? But when you send something out to the internet, right? It says that what? It goes to the heaven. Actually, let me read that again, so I don't misspeak. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, right? You look at the satellites. You look up something on the internet. It gets sent through satellite most of the time, man. And it goes to wherever it needs to go, and then it travels by land. And his circuit into the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Right, just like it says that their line has gone out through all the earth, man. You know, the information on the internet just flows everywhere.
Yeah, and it's quick.
Mm-hmm.
And really is given to us so we could, research and do particular things. You got to use it for righteousness' sake, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing, to have that.
Yeah. You have everything pretty much at your fingertips, but you're supposed to use it righteously. Because you could do wicked shit on the internet too. But with that, all right, Lord willing, you were edified. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. All right, double honor to the apostles, the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, we'll see you next week. Shalom.
Shalom.